Okay, well, we got a milestone today. I finally finished this guy up. I'm not sure if I really like his high highlights, but I might redo those. But other than that, he's complete. All I have to do is the base. Came out real well. The stripes on the pants are freehand. It's really diluted. I mean, like 6 to 8 to 1 to the yellows that I use on there. And it basically, when I first start out, it's a wet mark. And as I go along, um, I try to line it up about center of the leg, and then where it would be if the leg was straight, so it would be one straight continuous line. But I'll get it down in here, and then I'll follow it down here, and I just keep laying layer after layer after layer after layer, and I'll build it up. I start off with the golden yellow, and by the way, if I give off a GW range, the Citadel range paint, it's the old ones. I don't have any of the new ones. And I start off with the golden yellow, and I do the stripe, and then if it's going to be in the highlighted area, I'll hit it with the sunburst yellow to darken it up. Usually in between, I'll use the sepia wash just to wash it down. And I do have 2 pots of the new range, and both of them are glazes. I got a blue glaze and a yellow glaze, and I'll lay those down on there, and I'm really impressed with those. That's the one thing out of the new range I think went really well. This is the part I'm not too happy with, right on the shoulder here. I'm not too happy with that. But he's come out alright. I still have to do his Aquila and his belt buckle. I seem to have misplaced my shiny gold, so that would show up a little bit better as far as on the model. But other than that, he's complete. So 1 down, 2 to go. The other 2 I'll probably have finished up tomorrow or Friday. I didn't have a chance to get anything done with these yesterday, so there we go. And but I did, while I was working on him, I did get the stripes on the pants. Now, the one thing, reason I do it light is because what'll happen is as you're laying it in, sometimes you don't do it so it looks symmetrical or geometrical or in line or whatever. This one actually started out going down this way, so it was kind of on an angle. But I had it with the real thin paints, so all I had to do was correct it while I was painting and go back up and touch up the blue and line it up with it. So that's one of the reasons I do it really thin, is it limits the mistakes. But I still have the final highlights to do on him. Probably a little bit more shadow work. The yellows are done. I got to do his purity seal. I did, and it shows up a lot better now. I wasn't going to highlight the weapons, the bolt guns, mostly because I'm thinking they're in the trenches and the guns were going to be pretty grimy. But he's got this gold inlay on his bolter, so it was really lost without doing it. So I took some chainmail and I just highlighted up the edges, and it brought that gold out real well. As a matter of fact, I really kind of like that weapon. I tried doing the eyes on all of them. I messed it up somewhat, so I'm gonna redo them. I don't know if this is a tip. It's my style. What I'll do is if I have to redo like something like that, I'll actually lay in a couple of coats of a wash. And what that does is it fills in the eye area, so I have a definite line for the eye. but it also puts a barrier between the last color and the colors you're going to be laying in, so it's a little bit easier to put in. But yeah, they're coming along. I should finish these guys up tomorrow for sure, and then I can start on the bases. I'm running out of time. I'm hoping to have all three done by Saturday night, and then that'll give me the whole week next week to finish up the other two. So I may skip the bases until the last couple of days. Speaking of doing the bases, and I am going to try dirtying these guys up. I got a product here that I'm gonna try. I had it for a while. I built miniature, or not miniatures, but scale model armor, and so I'm gonna give this a try. I don't know. Hopefully, it's not gonna glare too much on you, but it's the MIG, and it's the fresh mud, and it gives you the acrylic medium for the pigments, and then you get 4 pots of pigments. I don't know. There's the price, $35.99. That's when I had a job and I was making money. But I'm gonna give this a try and see how that works out. There's a little bit of instruction in there, so on how to do it. So we'll see how that turns out. It'll be an experiment, something new. So that's the sergeant. I got to do his helmet still, highlight his reds and whatnot, and then our flamer. And he's in focus. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to redo the eyes, but I basically did the same thing. I just highlighted up real quick. I'm figuring this weapon would be really grimy with it being a flamer and that. But I got the stripes in. I got his shoulder pads. The edge is done for the second company, so that would be yellow, which kind of goes with it. And as far as fluff for these guys, like I said, I'm thinking that, you know, the old cab, I'm going to leave them there so you got something to look at beside them. Matter of fact, we'll put all 3 up in here. If I can find my other guy. Oh, here he is. But I'm figuring with the old Dragoon Frontier type thing, that I'm not sure what codex I'm going to use, but I was thinking that the Imperial Fists are like a warfare, so they would be kind of fortifications would be a skill that they would have. And then I started thinking a little more that the I believe it's the Crimson Fists, which is an offshoot of the Imperial Fists, was also basically a siege or a fortification. So I'm thinking I'm going to be using a combination of those two, and maybe throw in a little bit of something along the lines of the White Scars, where they have the fast attack motorcycles and whatnot. So these aren't going to be heavy infantry, heavy support so much as anything they have other than troops is going to be something that can move quick, deal with a problem, and hit hard and get out. But it also goes with the color, because I believe the Crimson Fists are blue, and then the Imperial Fists are yellow. So now I got blue and yellow. So that would account for the yellow in their masks for the Imperial Fists, and then the blue, starting out with the dark blue for the Crimson Fist. So yeah, it's just some thoughts. If anybody plays the game and has any suggestions, please feel free to put it down in the comments. So that's basically all I got done today. I would like to, War Master, I do appreciate the shutout, and I do appreciate the kind words. Thank you very much. And I will continue. You know, and some of the problems I'm running into is that I'm getting too caught up in the details, and I got to remember that these are going to be for table play and not for competition. So sometimes I get trying to get it a little bit too too detailed or trying to get too much of a thing in there, and I get caught up in that, and it's one of the reasons it's been going kind of slow. So I'm going to try and think of, as a matter of fact, I just watched a video from Templar Crusader 1, I believe it is, on his Chaos Terminator, and his way of painting it seemed intriguing. So I may try that with the other two. Again, part of the thing about doing this is that you should always be open to new ways of doing something, and see what you can come up with. So I will say goodnight, and it's now somewhere in the neighborhood of 1:30 in the morning. I'm not sure. I've just been knocking this out. And all the comments I've been getting, that everybody seems to be liking what I'm doing, so I appreciate all the positive comments. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.